Hey, what's up, everybody? And thanks for attending Happy Filmmaker webinar. How to make over $100,000 a year as a filmmaker by creating one major competitive advantage that gets clients paying you monthly. All right? As you can see, that's me right here in that picture piloting my drone. This picture was taken near Santa Cruz, California, where I love to ride my bike and explore the coastline. But let's get right into it, okay? So, how you can achieve those results, I would love to share that with you and all the strategies. I'm gonna basically hold your hand and walk you through it, show you how I did it, and help you understand how you can do it too, even if you have zero video clients now. So this is for all of you fellow filmmakers. Personally, I'm a longtime writer, producer, director. Sometimes I shoot some smaller project myself, but rarely. I usually hire a small or a big team. But if you're a videographer, if you're a producer, if you're a director like me, if you're anyone who can produce and knows how to produce videos well, um, and if you're a cinematographer, anyone fresh out of film school, or even a seasoned pro like me and still is struggling, wants consistent income, predictable income, and good income, well, then this is for you. All right. So here you can see I got stats from previous year, kind of exactly a year ago when I started with this approach. So you can see literally started with zero clients when I adjusted things and figured things out and started applying this method to multiple clients. And I started from zero. So you can see here it's November. Well, in Europe we have it the other way. You can notice my accent. The English is my fourth language, so pardon if any mistakes. Hopefully everything will be clear for you. But so you can see November 12th, 2016. So a month from the 12th of November, I had my first three clients with 5 successful payments, and these clients started paying me monthly. Also, I had a PayPal account at the time where I collected one-time payments for like videos up front or anyone else, but then I switched to so this is the interface of Stripe, which helps easily collect payments on autopilot. Okay, so you can see a month later I had a goal to get to I was going like I wanted to get to 10K by my birthday, and I did. Well, it's showing here. Well, yeah, with the other payments on PayPal, but I didn't even include them here. I had a goal by that birthday to get to 10K a month, and I did. But in combination with those other payments, but here you can see in the second month, it was picking up, and I was going steady December to January, and that's exactly a year ago. Because right now it's well, the third part is a year ago. Because yeah, right now it's we got February of 2018. So you can see a year ago, the last part here, I did almost 15,000. Well, actually, in combination, I didn't want to bring up the PayPal payments to confuse you, but I did. Basically, I was at 15K a month, with only 6 customers, clients, and I was doing 15K a month. And I would love to show you and share with you how exactly I did that. Okay. For years, I thought that building the portfolio would be the answer, but it wasn't, okay? It took me years to figure that out. The world was changing, and hence the reason why actually from around 2011, I moved from LA back to New York, where I spent my first years in America, actually, like 99 to 2002. But because I saw where digital marketing was going. Unfortunately, I didn't figure this formula out that I'm going to show you and teach you today, but I kind of started going into a different direction in digital marketing. I'm going to get into that a little bit, but you can see here to the left, I'm not sure if you can see my cursor here, but to the left, if you go to Vimeo, you can see my videos. Most of them are there, but actually, I mean, I have a lot more and some on YouTube. I've produced a lot of content over the years, and not everything is there, okay? But here you can see it's up to the latest. Some of them are for my marketing. Then I got some Harley, sorry, some Harley clients there. Get some real estate clients that I've had, and the music videos. And then to the right, we got this. We got other music videos. My short film on Doritos ad, another music video, me in an infomercial, another commercial I produced and directed and wrote, and actually my feature film. So I guess there's no doubt. Probably just like you. I don't know if you're starting out or if you're a seasoned guy like me, but I've been producing videos since I guess since I've been like. Yes, I realized I wanted to do it like 17 or 18, so I've been doing it since 18, 19 years old. Okay. So why is this training different? Okay. If you've struggled with getting video clients before or failed to start a highly profitable video production business, it's not your fault, okay? They don't really teach you this in film school. I don't know if you went to film school or not. I studied like the basics and TV production in a local college and then jumped right into it. But even now, the stuff that is out there, I see. I mean, of course, this is not, about making pretty pictures and producing the videos. I'm assuming you already know how to do that. I want to help you make money this day and age with that. Okay, so that's why that training is different. And don't worry, this can work even if you have no skills or prior experience with anything that I'm going to teach you. Okay, all that I need from you is that we share the passion for creating videos and we want to move forward in life and professionally. Okay, so you're learning from a fellow filmmaker. My name is Mick Sutherland, and I actually make money doing this approach, and have been making money as you saw from those screenshots and many videos, and you can research me online. Um, so I'm not a consultant, who just researched maybe our niche and like, hey, I'm going to serve filmmakers and decided to make a course. No, I've actually been at this very long, and now that I've actually not just figured it out, but I applied it to my own business and had consistent results, only now I decided to share, hey, duh, why am I serving a bunch of other niches when I should be really helping filmmakers most? So I really like, I've been, fellow filmmakers have been approaching me about this, so I decided to make a course, this webinar, so I could help you guys do that. Okay, so why else is this training different? Well, this is not a how to make your videos cinematic training. Okay, unfortunately, most of the time the quality of your videos doesn't sell them or your service. Okay, so this will teach you how to get paid for making those videos. Okay, after today's webinar, you'll discover how simple it is to make this a reality for you. As long as you follow instructions, put in the work, and share the same passion for video production with me. So what you will learn in today's training is the following, and I broke it down into these secrets. Okay, so secret number one is how to monetize the videos you make for clients at almost no risk to them or you. So that will be and become your competitive advantage. Number two, how to land your first client within 1 week organically, meaning without running paid ads or anything else. Okay, if you're not on social media or not too active, well, even if you're not too active, you can do this. I'm assuming you don't live under a rock. And secret number three is how to scale to 15,000 a month fast. It's not hard once you get results for your first client with this approach. And I will include proof. This is not theory. As I said, it took a long time. And actually, once I decided that I want to make this webinar for fellow filmmakers, that I'm going to include as much stuff as I can so you don't doubt yourself. I know there's a lot of stuff out there and it's a lot of clutter and noise, a lot of mosquitoes flying, but hey, I'm a fellow filmmaker. I want to provide as much value as I can because my best mentors have done it for me, and I want to do it for you as well. Okay, and I will also, like, it's not going to be one of those grand bonus gifts like like all those grand bonuses that are never sold anywhere the marketers give with made up prices. I think they're stupid. Okay, but I will give you my own feature film that we invested 250,000 US dollars in cash, okay, in and to produce it, and also about 750K that I made in barter deals to market it. So I mean, it's an ultra budget, or what was it at the time, something like that falls into a 250K. You can see on IMDb it was under a different name at the time. It was three of us, but it's called I Want Your Girl. Okay, so at the end, as promised, I'll give you this 100% free streaming link to my feature film as a gift, as well as these slides. Okay, and that's the cover of my feature film. If you want to watch it, you're welcome. As I said, I'm a fellow filmmaker. So right now, I want you to please pay attention. Okay, close your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, whatever you might have running. Set your phone to silent mode. And if you have, maybe put on big headphones. Either you're watching this on a cell phone or a big screen, but if you can eliminate all the noise and clutter. Sorry, I've been having this little cough. And so just please pay attention. This is for your own good. This has the answer how you can monetize the videos, how you can get the clients. So I want to help you with that. Boom, let's do this. All right. So why are you qualified to teach this topic? You might be thinking, okay? So as a webinar attendee, or maybe several of you, whoever watches, every other person might be thinking. And so let me answer that. So let me share my story a little bit. So this is me some years ago. My name is Mick Sozelins. As I said, I'm a filmmaker and owner of my ad agency called Adformers. This is DeRay Davis, a comedian who was in my film. This is on a film set in, I believe it was Aqua Dolce Ranch in Santa Clarita, California. Okay, good with some pictures. So you can see I've done a lot of productions in Europe and LA, and New York. So this is my cover of my feature film. On top right. That's what was that? Oh, it was like a music video, but like a corporate thing for a biggest bank in Latvia, where I'm originally from. So, and then at the bottom, that was one of the screening for one of my films. I think that was in New York. Yeah, that's from New York screening. So here's some more. That's from a music video on the left. On the top right, that's actually back in Latvia. It was freezing cold. That's why I'm wearing that pimp jacket. and and on the bottom right, that's from that Pranamat Eco massage mat commercial that you can find on my Vimeo if you want to go see it. I'm also a former MTV VJ. I won the MTV VJ search in Europe amongst 2,205 contestants. Yes, got to mention that. And so I was able to interview all the celebrities that I used to watch already growing up on the East Coast. So that was awesome. Um, Here's a blank slide, just if you're wondering what that is. I don't know either. But I have worked with such brands as Harley Davidson, Adidas, and MTV, and those are brands whose stories I've helped to create and share. And but listen, I've struggled after having all those credentials. And you might, I've had a couple of people email me yesterday and like, oh, please help me out. And they've had bigger clients than me and music videos for some big rappers, but still struggling, or doing commercials for big clients once in a while, but still then no income for several months. And I know how that is. It really sucks. And especially it sucks when you live in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, which is LA. Like me, I'm back and forth now, between New York, LA, but wherever you live, you know how it is. It sucks struggling when you have such deep passion for your work, which is filmmaking, whichever aspect of it you love most, or you do. Okay, so here's the journey I went through to get here, to be this six-figure filmmaker. I produced and directed my first music video in 2003, and well, skip long time, big gap forward. There was a lot of MTV work and a bunch of stuff and feature film. But once I got into digital marketing in 2012, I started making money online as a dating coach, hoping to generate consistent income for my family and film projects. But I gave up on it. I got bored. It was just teaching the same stuff all over and over again. But it was fun for a while. You might find some actually content still on YouTube. Some of it is hidden though. In 2014, I started selling digital info products as an affiliate marketer. And I've actually, as I say, facts tell, but stories sell. And that video that you saw the screenshot of, how a broke filmmaker became free, I've used that to get leads, to sell stuff for many different things. And so, yeah, that's that. So 2014, I was selling some info products, and then 2015, I got a big client in New York and Brooklyn after I made a few videos for them and put them into lead gen ad campaigns on Facebook and Instagram, and it went well. So I went from getting paid 2,000 a month, which they said, well, prove what you can do, and then we'll pay you more. And I believed them. We had like mutual understanding, and they were cool guys, and And then I also produced this amazing, well, maybe it wasn't like a piece of art film, but it was like very flattering to the boss and to the company. It was like a holiday film for how the company grew over the past year. So I combined my filmmaking skills, but I realized like I need to lead with everything I've learned since 2011, 12, when I started playing around with Facebook ads and stuff. I realized that's a very powerful skill nowadays. So it's like, what if I combine it and kind of like combine videos, which is hard to sell oftentimes, combine combine that, and it worked. So after a couple of months of doing service for that company, I what did I do? I went from 2,000 a month to 6,000 a month, but I knew that that's not the model. I don't want to depend on one company. They wanted to get me in house. They try to make me sit there. I'm like, I don't need to be here to, to serve you. So I realized I might lose them, which I did after a while. I realized I need a model where I can get many clients like that, even if they pay me a fraction of the price, but like monthly, I would have consistent income and provide a similar service as I did for them. Okay, so late 2016, I shifted to creating commercial campaigns that turn views into clients for multiple businesses within a niche, actually within a couple niches. Okay, so once again, I shifted to what I noticed was working with that one big company. They had, I think, five in each borough of New York. They had an office, so they were pretty big. So I shifted to creating commercial campaigns that turned views into clients for multiple businesses within a niche. Here you can see things changed after that. I finally, to me, one of the most important things everybody knows is freedom. Okay, I was able to look out here. I rode down to Coachella. I'm in San Diego. That was in West Virginia before I moved the bike to California. So I rode through many states. Then here's my daughter in California. And I'm here. Actually, let me say, why did I put this video?
You know, hard bass Paulson. Come on, let's go skating.
Can you listen to me?
Yeah? She's here with a pro hockey skater,
I don't care if
player.
you're pro.
And here, yeah, I'm flying to LA. So I'm constantly between New York and LA. So one of the reasons I wanted to have this consistent income and work, make money online in combination with filmmaking, was just that, so I could travel. So here's my daughter, Isley May. This is in New York, and another picture from Santa Cruz, California. And this is my office that I don't spend much time in, but it's more, not so much even out of necessity, but it's such an inspiring atmosphere there and location that I love being there. So how would you how would how would having a system in place affect your financial and creative freedom? I want you to think about it for a second. How would having a system in place affect your financial and creative freedom? Imagine what your life will be like if you know how to find clients for your video production business and generate recurring paychecks. Okay? What kind of personal projects will you produce? I have I have things I want to make. How about you? Like what kind of personal projects will you produce? Do you already know the stuff that you want to make, or do you need more time that you can spend and resources so you can actually work on developing those projects as a filmmaker? And another fellow filmmaker, famous YouTube vlogger Casey Neistat, said, "Don't make films to make money. Make money so you can make films you want." Now that's powerful. Let it sink in. Don't make films to make money. Make money so you can make films you want. And I think I made that mistake before with my first feature. I thought, oh, things are just gonna pick up. I made my first feature in 24. I edited it as I was, got into 25 years old, and I thought, boom, I started early. I'm gonna banging out feature after feature. But reality sinks in. As you become transition from a boy to a man, you got to take up, step up, and you have responsibilities. And my daughter was born, and that was the reason I started messing around with digital marketing. That was the only thing I really got passionate about as filmmaking. And by filmmaking, I mean producing all kinds of videos, telling stories, whatever that might mean for you. For me, it's flexing my creative muscle, producing commercials or any commercials for myself or music videos. So I like, telling stories within music videos. So, and of course, short films and feature films and documentaries, like all kinds of things. So my big why is providing for family and the freedom, having the freedom to travel and work on passion projects, utilizing my own resources, not waiting for anybody to greenlight stuff. Like this is in this day and age, you don't need anybody's permission. You don't even need to be on Netflix. I mean, it's great to be on there if you want to be on there or some other platforms, but technically you don't need them. Like you can connect directly with viewers. Isn't it amazing? You can put up video on YouTube or on Facebook, sorry, and see exactly how well it works, how people react to it, how many minutes they watch that video, when do they drop off. That is sick. That is just so dope. And that was one of the reasons I saw where that's heading in 2012, and that's why I got so deep into digital marketing in combination with filmmaking, because it gives us the ability to, everything becomes transparent while you can still create that magic, but you can see how people react to it. You don't need some studio heads, or you don't need somebody else to say this is right, this is wrong. You can just argue with yourself or with your buddies or with fellow producers, but then put things out there in the interwebs and see how people react. Okay? So what's your why? I want you to think about it. What is your big why? Why you want to do that? Why do you want to be a filmmaker? Why do you want that consistent income? Why do you need to have a good income? So imagine if you'd finally have a client acquisition system in place, so you wouldn't have to wonder where your next paycheck will come from. Imagine if you could scale to $15,000 plus a month fast, just like I did it in 3 months. Of course, it took a while to figure it out, but I don't want you to go through years of figuring it out. As I said, either you're a seasoned pro who's struggling, or maybe you're fresh out of film school, whatever you learn, your skills, and you want to produce more work. I don't want you to go through what I went through. And I used to listen to some webinars like this. I'm like, I think they're bullshitting. Oh yeah, it sounds so noble, but for real, if I'm going to put out some value out there for you guys, I don't want you to struggle like this. I'm going to put the minimal. I don't want to fill this webinar also, or any trainings that put out there, with as much stuff as possible. I want it to be valuable stuff that will get you results, stuff that I've already proven to work for myself and for others, not just some theory. Man, my throat is really scratchy. So imagine if you could get, scale to 15,000 or more a month fast, and just after getting results to one client, okay? And imagine if you could score that first client with ease, fast. And I will show you how on this very webinar. But please be aware, results are not typical. I will walk you through the system that will get you the competitive advantage you need. I will map it out for you, okay? I will tell you what that advantage is. But this is not like one of those get-rich schemes or biz-op MLM opportunities. God, please don't think I'm pitching something like that. This is pure value. I'm going to show you what that is and how I did it, okay? With proof included. So stay tuned. And I'm a seasoned online marketer, okay, by now. So hence me teaching you the ropes now, so filmmakers like me, like you, can stop struggling and become free. If you haven't seen that how a broke filmmaker became free video, you can see it on my site, adformers.com, okay? This is what it's about. So my 6-figure secret, what is it? How to make over $100,000 a year as a filmmaker by creating a major competitive advantage that gets clients paying you monthly, okay? You have to help them grow their business by monetizing the videos you create. Create video advertising campaigns on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, targeting their audience to get leads that become clients, okay? Let me put it shorter, as in these big bold letters. The competitive advantage is being able to turn views into clients or customers via online advertising campaigns. And it's actually quite freaking fun to do, okay? So let's get right to it. I promise you I'm going to show you how and what that is. So here's what that is, broken down into my 3 secrets. So how to monetize the videos you make for clients, the actual competitive advantage, okay? So this is, you gotta realize, you've heard content is king, but it isn't really content that's king, it's distribution of it. If you can distribute the content, which also when we make films and TV series or online series, we need distribution. We hope we can have Netflix distribute our content, or the show I've been writing now for years. Like, like now it's like, why do I need TV? I got Netflix. I hope to be on Netflix, right? So it's about distribution. Same way for your clients. They're thinking, oh, well, I sure would like to, Brian or Mix or whoever make an amazing video for me that he made, the same as he made for this other guy. But is it gonna make me money? But if you know the distribution, if you can turn those views into clients, you got power, my friend. You got major competitive advantage. I guarantee you, not even 1 out of 20 filmmakers knows how to do that, okay? Boosting some views, stuff like that, that's not what it's about. That's just scratching the surface. Small businesses are looking for leads and trackable ROI. That's why, if you've tried and failed, that's why it's even still hard to sell just making videos. Oh, hey, dear business owner, I would like to make you a great video. Oh, yes, your work is amazing. It looks like stuff I see on TV. It looks like a Super Bowl commercial, but I don't know if I can afford it. How is it going to make me money? Okay? Does that make sense? In 2017 was the year digital ad spend finally beat TV. Like, the money that was invested into advertising, there was more money invested into digital ads than TV. To be specific, digital ad spend reached 209 billion US worldwide, which is about 40% of the market in 2017, while TV brought in 178 billion, which is 35% of the market in 2017. Okay, that's according to Magna, the research arm of media buying firm IPG Media Brands. So by 2020, Magna expects digital ads to make up 50% of all ad spending. Like, this is a real opportunity, guys. This is like the gold rush. This is massive. Check this thing out here. I got the changing anatomy of a TV viewer, okay? I hope you can see it, but it says upper left, it says video getting the upper hand. Today, 34% of millennials watch more online video than TV. Always watching. A young adult will watch over 500 online videos this month, that's crazy, selecting over 75 billion videos available online. Or friends on the mind section here. 53% of consumers regularly visit social media while simultaneously watching TV. And you got the power, when their eyeballs, once the commercial goes on TV and they're watching something, everybody goes to their phone. Or even as they're watching TV, if there's a game on, right? And you got the power to capture somebody's attention for that business with a commercial you produce, because they're not watching it on TV, they're watching it on the social media. Natively, as we call it, right? If they're on Facebook, you can put that ad that you made, that video that you made, and put so much sweat and blood and tears into, right? Into writing or producing it or shooting it or directing it. If you're like me, or, I grab guys who are pros, like cinematographer. I handpick them for each project because they're much better. Like, I don't want to shoot, like I want to direct. So whatever that is, but we're all video producers at the end of the day here, if you're still here on this webinar, right? Or you want to produce them. Time spent on digital media per day surpassed TV viewing time for the first time last year. You realize that? How big that is? I mean, I don't need to sell you on this. Multi-screening, 40%, 41% of people have used a mobile device to browse for a product after seeing it on a show or an ad. 18 to 25-year-olds spend 3 hours fewer per week watching TV compared to 2 years ago. Everything is moving to online. Or has moved, actually. 79% of people check their phone immediately after waking up. Oh my god. Imagine that. 4 out of 5 people. Like, that is crazy. Immediately after waking up to go to their phones. And whose ad can be there? The one you produced for that business. Monetizing the money they invested into you and your service. 60 million Americans are cord cutters, having canceled their cable TV paid subscriptions. If you know any business owners, from family, friends, whatever, buddies, who are like putting ads or spent money recently into TV, you know they got money to invest that, and they only need a fraction of what they spent in TV, and probably maybe even didn't get a return. Tell them you're gonna get them a return. It's all transparent with paid social media ads that we put them out there. Like, we know exactly, chunks down, we know how much each lead costs, how much a customer costs. So, continuing on, the secret number one, how to monetize the videos you make for clients. And this competitive advantage is you have an upper arm on all those online marketing companies and Facebook ad agencies. Okay, they don't have filmmakers in house, and even the ones they have are often just starting out and learning the ropes. Like, that's their first gig, basically. Okay, and often their videos suck. Okay, most, and I know I'm pretty deep in digital marketing niche now, and I know a lot of single entrepreneur marketers and people who have ad agencies and all that fancy stuff. Most of them, their videos suck. And you know what's funny is, sorry, man, the scratchy throat. I really apologize, but their videos suck, and a lot of them have clients that now everyone, those agencies, their clients, everyone needs videos more than ever because Facebook's updated their algorithm, and YouTube, like, everything's driven towards video. On Facebook also, it pushes, like, the video views are a lot cheaper, and clicks that come through those videos, if they're good, grab attention and are cheaper, and you can get more bang for your buck. And it's funny that these marketing agencies or marketers tell their clients to make videos while they make no videos, or they make videos that really suck. And they're trying, or they get the cameras and they're asking, oh, what kind of camera buy and that. But me and you know that it's not something that you can learn quickly. Like this stuff, I mean, of course it takes tweaking, but what I'm going to show you, you can learn pretty quick and have the competitive advantage over all other videographers, filmmakers, and also other marketing agencies, because they don't have filmmakers in house. To have, I don't know if you've worked for an agency, if you have like an annual, like a videographer salary, and depending on the city in US, it's like around 60,000 US, 65K, higher, lower, whatever, but like a videographer in house, that's like an average. Okay, but you can switch it on them. You become the powerhouse. And since most of them don't make videos for their own lead generation, that they encourage for clients, it's just you can lead by example. Client sees your awesome video in a campaign targeting them. What is he gonna want? He's gonna want the same. I've been on the phone with a doctor, and he's like, well, I'm not sure really Facebook works. I'm like, okay, well, can I ask you this? How did you find me again? Even though we discussed it in the beginning of the call, it's like, well, I saw your video on, oh, okay. Oh, so you saw my video online. I didn't come to you. You came to me, dear doctor, right? Yeah. Well, you saw my video and you booked a call after that, right? Right. So, you still think the Facebook doesn't work? Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Okay, boom, sold. Another thing I want to mention is, we'll get, I'll talk about it later, but you should get clients with a lifetime value of at least 700. So not everybody's going to have clients or customers that instantly pay like 700 or 500 or 1,000. Like, for, let's say, a chiropractor, their average client is worth to them between 1,500 to like 2,500 over the course of like 6 to 12 months. So you got to learn those things about that business so it would make sense for them, because otherwise they'll try to F you over by saying, well, if somebody comes into my office, it's like they come for a little valuation, or whatever that local business you might end up serving. We're going to talk about it is. Um, you got to learn, actually get a little deeper into their business and find out like how much does a customer end up spending, let's say over the course of a 6 to 12 months, and what that customer is worth to them. Okay, so this is a picture of me and Frank Kern, one of the world's leading online marketers, or uh, as he says, I guess, highest paid copywriter, direct response copywriter in the world. Frank is amazing. I've learned good stuff from him, as have many other marketers. So ways you can charge them is, and I actually, before charging Harley Davidson dealerships, I consulted with Frank about some stuff. So I guess that's why I put that picture in there. But so you can do this in different ways. And now I've decoded this. I want you to understand, right? So you've been producing, or you want to produce videos, and it's like usually a one-time charge, right? You charge the client for a video, and that's the flat fee, and probably you've been struggling to make those consistently. But here's the thing, let's just say, assume that you make an amazing video, and it might be 20K, might be 5K, but let's just say it's a $9,000 video, right, that you produce. And of course, if you're shooting it yourself, and you shouldn't sell yourself short, okay? But just for this example, let's assume it's a quality video. Maybe you make 2 videos out of like one shoot for retargeting, but it's like a one like 9,000 worth video, okay? And campaign management at $1,000 a month later on autopilot. So that's one way you can charge them. So let me clarify it again. So you could charge them. So I'm going to apply this example of a 9K video to these three options. So you could have a client pay you up front, and you produce that video within how long it takes you, 2 to 4 weeks. You say, oh, it's done, and then you're charging them $1,000 on autopilot, by the way, as long as they stay for you. You make them sign or just agree that they're going to stay with you for 3 or 6 or 12 months. Most agencies actually make agreements like that. At first I didn't, and that worked, but then I realized that's a mistake. I should have them commit for at least 3 to 6 months, and of course it's depending also on the way you structure this pay. But here's where you get that, how you can utilize that competitive advantage, because most marketers don't do this. As I said, they basically charge for, they do all kinds of picture posts, or those and it's going to work less and less and less, and that's why you're going to have more of an advantage, because these marketing agencies, they have these services. There's plenty of those services now that charge 10 or 20 bucks a month, and you get like 10 videos, those stock videos. And imagine somebody watching a local business's ad, and they clearly, people are not fools nowadays. They see clearly it's a stock video that this business is putting out. Who do you think is going to win, like a stock video, or the guy across the street of, let's say, advertising the same service, be it a Harley dealership or be it a doctor, advertising with a video that has him or his team in that video in the real location, or tells his story of that actual business? Who do you think is going to win? Of course, the one that has the real people of that business, because it's personal, it puts a face to the business, it gains more trust, and it's going to make your client more money. Okay, so that's one way to structure. Charge the video fee up front, and then charge at least $1,000 a month for the campaigns. Okay. Second option, how you can charge them, is this: absorb the cost of video into the monthly fee if they commit to 6 months. For example, let's say again that $9,000 video divided by 6 months is $1,500. So $1,500 plus campaign management at that same $1,000 a month is a total of $2,500 a month, which is a lot of agencies charge that, and it's of course depending on client value. You gotta learn as you go, but basically that's how it is. Okay, so you can absorb the cost of that amazing video, and tell them that, hey, every 6 months you'll produce 2 new videos, one main one and one for retargeting, which is that video that will kind of like have the client either talk into camera, it doesn't matter, but just like remind that, hey, you expressed interest in sure you've been retargeted before. If you are watching this, then you've been retargeted online. You probably know what I'm talking about. So one of those ads that follow you around to trying to remind you to buy or sign up for something. Okay, so anyway, so you absorb the cost of the video into the monthly fee, and oftentimes, dealing with the client, depending, you might find whatever works better for you, but sometimes you just adjust, see how the client, they're like, oh my God, $9,000. Well, you can say, well, then we can do it monthly, okay? We'll produce the video, put it into campaigns, you commit to 6 months, and it'll be 2.5 grand a month. And it's not a lot for a functioning business. So if you're lucky to get a startup to do that, fine. But I don't work with startups because startups usually don't know how much their clients are worth. They don't have the data that an existing business. Anybody who's been in business for at least a year or more knows what a client is worth to them. So you can justify that. And they have marketing budget. And option number three, how you can charge them is you can produce one video per niche and sort of license it for $500 a month. And that's an example, right? For them to use with their logos, right? So imagine you take that you take that $1,000 a month, and on top of that, you just charge them the 500. And they can know, like, of course, you're not going to go out and produce it for them. They can be anywhere in the country or even in another country. Like I have clients in Canada too, and I'm in US, okay? So you can take, let's say you produce a funny, a fun, or a serious, a dramatic, or whatever, like video that's really good for a dentist or a chiropractor or a Harley dealership. And they don't want to spend, or you just happen to, as I said, they live they are based in a different location. And it's just another way how you can utilize your video skills, but you on a video that you already produced. And instead of actually going around trying to make money with a bunch of different things like those YouTubers or somebody else tells you, stock footage, put it out there and hopefully somebody will buy it, and you go out and shoot a bunch of stuff of sunsets and stuff and then hope that somebody's going to buy. No, produce one video and then stick to a niche or a vertical as they call, and then you will have the video that you can use for, sometimes you will get clients that are still hesitant on getting on the video. And here's the thing, once again, these marketing agencies, they will try to talk the clients into making videos, and if they don't lead with producing their own videos, the client will be like, well, why do I have to get on the video? But if you have such a video that you can utilize from the same niche, you can tell them, hey, listen, dear client, we can test even, pictures versus the video and what works better. And then a couple months later, you tell them, hey, well, obviously the video is outperforming the picture posts, ads, okay? Sponsored posts, those are all ads. So video is outperforming it, but after a while, even the best performing videos will, as we call it, experience ad fatigue. After sometimes you can ride the wave for a couple of months. Sometimes I have ads that I haven't touched. I barely just do an upkeep for a couple of hours, not even hours, a couple of hours a month, right? It's just a few minutes a week just to make sure they're still performing. So, and you can tell that business, hey, well, you licensed it, it worked, 2-3 months into it, and it's kind of fatiguing now, but we proved that video works obviously a lot better. Their business owner, put your face to it. Finally, let's put your face in, or your team in it, okay? And by then, they'll be more sold on it, because obviously they'll see that video is working good for their business. And now imagine, dear business owner, if we put your actual faces and your location in it, and maybe before people didn't know it's not them or realize, but at least they'll see it's a custom-made video, with their logos and branding, and not one of those cheesy videos from those services that they have plenty out there. That's a whole different subject. But anyway, so don't charge lower also about than $1,000 a month unless you absolutely must. Maybe when you're starting out, but I don't want you to undervalue yourself. Like if you have a buddy who's willing to pay you and you're learning that you're doing this, so sure, maybe, but most businesses can afford to pay that. So you got to break through that mindset. I know it was hard for me in the beginning too, but let me go into something that's going to shatter those beliefs for you. Boom. Okay, so lead by example. Do your lead generation the same way you'll do it for them. Because if you do it the same way, it's even an easier sell once you talk to them. Okay, check this out. So I created these videos, pure value videos, just like this webinar I'm creating for you now, for Harley Davidson dealerships. Okay, So you can see here, this one is outside, sort of like why I'm creating these videos for you, and it said watch this first. So what I would do is I recorded these videos for online viewing, and also had these USB keys that said key to boosting sales, and I put the Harley logo on it and my company's logo, Adformers, the one you see on the corner, and I would deliver that on the bike, you know, ride up my bike to random dealerships and give them and say, hey, well, I want to talk to the manager or the owner, and give them the value and give them this USB and explain what it is. And it's going to teach you about how you can utilize videos and video stories about your dealership, how you can put them into ad campaigns, and how you can monetize those videos and get new clients and new customers who buy more bikes or more service from you. Okay, so the first video here in that series talked about why I'm doing it, because I'm an avid writer myself, and I'm a filmmaker, an online marketing strategist, and I want to provide value for you guys. And I want to see you, because a lot of you are sort of holding on, clinging to older methods than, you know, putting radio ads out and stuff you can do now is fraction of the price, and works a lot more effectively. The second video was how to create video stories that sell. Then the one at the after that was mechanics. It was a big, you see a mechanical shop there down bottom right, is how to the mechanics of lead generation on Facebook. And then the final one was different types of campaigns you can create. So I created these videos and I ran them, also targeting the Harley dealerships and also delivering it in person. Okay, and it works. And then once, if they even wonder why you do that, well, because it works. And someone would be like, well, we're not sure our customers on Facebook. I'm like, well, give me a list of your customers. We'll upload it to Facebook and see how many of them are on there. They would give me an email list and phone number list, CSV file of 16,000 people. I upload it to Facebook right in front of them, and a few minutes later, Facebook matches 75 or 80%. Like, we had 12,000 and something people matched on Facebook. It blew them away. I landed them as a client, and I'm like, you see 3/4 of that list are on Facebook, and you said you're wondering if they are or aren't. Often people judge just subjectively. Oh, I don't really use Facebook. Well, ding, it doesn't matter that friggin' your customers are not on there. Okay, so, and after that, boom, you still got the creative control over your work, because now you're the puppet master. You tell them, hey, what kind of video they need to produce, and you produce it for them. You shoot it, whatever, produce it in whatever aspects, or maybe you have your little team. And this is how I did it. Check it out. I'm going to show you. Hopefully the sound.
Purchasing my first Harley, it was pretty cool. I walked into the dealership, didn't have anything specific in mind, but when I sat on this for the first time, kind of knew that it was meant for me, you know?
My friend went to buy his bike, so I just went with him to just check out how it was gonna be. And that day, I just made the quickest decision I ever made in my life. Signed the paper, gave him my money, pretty much signed my life away. But that was probably the best feeling I ever had in 26 years.
A good friend of mine had a Harley already, so when I saw him with it, I was like, I like it. I think I want to get one.
Buying my first Harley was amazing. I actually fell in love with that bike on the streets of LA on the day when I got a new scooter, and I'm literally taking it out for the spin for the first time, and I see this blacked out beautiful bike and go up to it, and I see it's a Harley Davidson. I just like love at first sight.
To get on the Harley, to be able to ride it, it's like being a bird, you know, you just fly away. You know, forget about everything else that's in your head.
Definitely therapeutic.
It's unbelievable. You feel that V-twin engine going, you feel the wind in your head.
It's kind of like you are the president's driver driving a president's limo, maybe in a way. You're not the president, but everyone's looking at that car with just sheer respect.
If you want to buy a Harley, just go ride, just try it out. Test ride one, you know, don't be afraid.
First, find the right dealership.
Once you get on that bike, it's going to choose you because you're going to feel the bike.
The experience of buying my Harley at Empire was just explosive. I was doing a selfie, rang the bell, and instantly you're greeted by the family.
Anywhere you go, they're gonna ask you about your bike, how it is. You know, do you recommend one? Where did you buy it?
Every time you drive by, you see another guy on a Harley or any other bikes. You meet new people.
It's a huge family worldwide, and if you ride in the States, I ride in LA and New York, I've been to other states too, and it's just, people connect just because you have that bike.
Riding with your brothers and riding and getting that sense of freedom, that's what it's all about.
200-300 weekends, 100 on a daily commute, $10 per day.
Something about riding a Harley Davidson, the sound and the feel. It's just something I don't think any other brand can duplicate.
I love it. I'll keep riding until I can't ride it.
Don't get too caged up, get out of it, go get you a Harley, man.
So we produced this for a dealership, and this is how it looks in a campaign. Okay, attention tri-state area, like motorcycles and free gas. So we're calling out, riders. Being a proud Harley Davidson owner is actually more affordable than most people think. Learn more about how you can ride select Harley models for less than $9 a day. So we're taking away kind of, the doubts that, oh my God, Harley is crazy expensive. I'm never going to be able to afford it. Those who haven't bought one yet, or just kind of projecting how, if they make payments, it's a lot more affordable if you can't pay it up front. So schedule a test ride. It's call to action. Schedule a test ride. Be one of the first 5 people to schedule and show up, and you'll receive a $25 gas card and use it for any of your vehicles absolutely free. Okay, so we produced this video and put it into an ad campaign. Okay, and you can always test it with other pictures or other videos and see what performs best, but here's a perfect example of how you can help business owners monetize the videos you create for them. And if you showcase them that you can do this, you have so much power, at your disposal, so much more. You're so versatile because now you are the king. They're gonna listen to you rather than being, just a filmmaker in their eyes who can make pretty videos that they're not sure of, where they're gonna put them. They're thinking, oh, another TV ad is gonna cost me a fortune or something like that. You show them. Once you got results for a first client, we're gonna get into that, like this. Oh man, it's pure bliss. Okay, you just gotta stick to it and execute. And this is how it looks. You can see this screenshot. Whenever I took it, it already had like 3.3 thousand views, 108 likes, a lot of comments, and people tagging each other. Okay, so that's how I started, with one of the niches that I was chose to serve, because I'm passionate about Harley Davidson. So you distribute the video to get them leads on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or all of them. Okay, whichever, at least master one in the beginning. Facebook owns Instagram, so it's kind of the same. You don't even need an Instagram page. You can advertise with the same Facebook page on Instagram. Choose the social media platform their customers hang out on most. So, unless, if Harley had their clients, it would be like teens and people under 20, maybe you'd have to consider Snapchat, but mostly everybody's on Facebook and Instagram. As I said, you got to think of it as one platform almost, because all targeting is done through Facebook still. And well, you have some insights and you can do it through Instagram, but directly, like all the interface ad management happens through Facebook. And since they don't own Instagram, then all the tools are at your disposal. And then you have YouTube too, so you got to figure out basically where customers hang out. And oftentimes the customers for that business hang out on both of those platforms, probably just like you. As a filmmaker, you are on YouTube, but you also watch videos and you like to hang out on Facebook. So run paid ads on those platforms featuring the videos you create for them. So what happens after that? How do we continue? How does that video monetize itself? You might be still thinking, right? So okay, I'll put it into an ad, added a bunch of ad copy, call to action or headline, right? Ride select Harley models for less than $9 a day. Live your legend. Learn more. So people click the button learn more. What happens then? Boom. We bring them to this simple little site, okay? Fear not. Don't freak out. This is so easy to do. I'll show you. So create a simple landing page that reinstates the offer. And once you create a few, you'll be like cranking these out in no time. You can make one in 15 to 20 minutes. So you see, the same offer that we had next to that video, with that video, we just put the same, so they know sort of like, okay, everything is very binary. So they want to, we want them to, like, everything has to be very effortless. Instead of bringing them to a general website with a bunch of options and you feel like a kid at a candy store, no. It just says the same thing. Be among the first 5 to book and visit us, and you will receive a $25 gas card free just for stopping by. Click here to book your visit. I mean, how much clearer can this get? Okay, boom. Like, it's yes or no. It's a yes or no. There's no other thoughts. So like, people, if they engage with that ad, they wanted to know more, they come here. Yes, I want to book my visit. Fine. Or no, I don't. Okay, we'll retarget you and remind you. Okay. You don't need to know coding or any advanced stuff like that. Sometimes I have friends who know nothing about marketing or stuff. They're like, oh, Mix, can you help me with domain or coding? I'm like, I don't know no coding, but to you it might feel that way. But it's very simple, guys. These softwares that we use to create these, it's so simple. I started not knowing this. I didn't go to school or anything, and I knew all video production stuff, but I didn't know any of this. I didn't even have anybody working for me. Like, I just did it, everything myself. Like, I figured it out. They have tutorial videos. Watch it, and then you do the same. Just switch up the pictures and write the text. Okay, no coding needed. All the templates are made for you. So everything has a binary design, like a simple yes or no to each step. As I said, the ad, you like it, or if you feel like it's targeting you, and if it's relevant to you, you say yes to it by clicking on it. You end up on this landing page. If it's okay, it's for you, you say yes and you book a visit. Okay, everything is designed to propel those people forward effortlessly. And if you've been that person who's gone through funnels, as we call them, like this, it's because it works, and that's why marketers create stuff like that. And that's what's going to help you create those, turn those videos into leads. And once they submit that info, look, we recorded a simple video. This is even actually, I think, not even on that camera that we shot it on. This is on a cell phone. I just ran in the next day, and it says, badass, you're almost done. Watch this thank you message from our general manager. Includes a manager's special. And it's a super short video, 15 seconds. 98 out of 100 people watch this video all the way through. I can see it in the statistics. Another beautiful thing. If people doubt something, if the owners or managers doubt something, if it's working or not, you just show them the stats. Open the computer or send them a screenshot, like, boom, here it is. Everybody now knows you. And once they come into the dealership, if they didn't know you, they'll be like, oh, that's the manager. I saw the video. And here, see, you can like their page. Here's what you can do. Like the page, and in the video he actually, I'm not going to play it because that's a screenshot, but in the video he says, well, he offers another deal, and you can click here. If you selected yes or maybe when expressing your interest in hearing more about how you can get a free shopping spree up to $2,000, yeah, that's what he was offering. With the purchase of any pre-owned bike, expect to hear from us very soon. Okay, so he mentioned that deal, and then we had another different thank you page where people were actually able to press and apply for credit to see if they pre-qualify beforehand, before even showing up. And guess what? Your clients will love this. You do everything for them. And once again, do not freak out. This is easy to do. And you already love doing videos. All you have to do is just learn the little bit of technical stuff. I promise you, once you stick to this for like a week, you will be able to make these landing pages in no time. Like, that's how simple that is. Okay, so create a similar style thank you page. That's what you need to do. Like that landing page, then a thank you page, and videos like these make it very personable and put a face to the business, as I already mentioned. Okay, so after all, people buy from people, and people want to see the people that are behind the business. Like, views are not just views, or clicks are not just clicks. Those are all people. And on the other side of a business, it's not just a business, it's also people. It's people buying from people, people relating to people. Now the business just needs to follow up with leads that you get them who signed up, and they sign up on auto. Everything happens on autopilot. This is, I don't know if you ever read the book 4 Hour Work Week. It kind of got me into, when I was getting into digital marketing. Like these campaigns, I kid you not, unless when it's the setup, like it takes me, let's say, a full day or 8 hours, like embedding the video and writing all this stuff. But what is it compared to like all the freedom you get? Some of the campaigns I run, I check in, I spend like from a few minutes to like a half an hour a month. And for what? For still getting that $1,000 to $2,500 a month that they pay me, and they don't pay me for the time. You don't go to a doctor and dentist and be like, oh, but you only spent, you know, half an hour fixing my tooth, or you have only 50 minutes to putting in a filling. And what do you want the doctor to say? Okay, well, we can take, if you want, I'll take 3 hours to do the same stuff. No, you want it to be efficient. It's all results driven, and if you can deliver results to your clients, your customers, they will stick with you, and they just need to follow up. They follow up with leads and your video that you produce or videos for them, and soon after, 3, 6 months later, make another video and they stick to you, and another 6 months, and boom, over a course of a year, one business pays you out thousands of dollars. Okay? Then you just turn on the hose like I did, and to get your clients happy. And I already warned this dealership. I was like, hey, I don't know if you're ready for this kind of. Yeah, we're ready. We have a online person who does that. Okay, sorry, who follows up with all the Google leads. I'm like, well, this is different because this is scalable. And once I turn on the hose, I can turn it down a bit or turn it up if you like. But they weren't able. They called me and freaked out. Like, Mix, is that you? Did you just turn on the ads? What is going on? And you can see this. I mean, it's not always like this, of course, and this happens for unknown businesses or brands too. Okay, if you just put out a good offer, this is not just because it's a Harley dealership. Well, in this case, it helps, but an unknown doctor, a local dentist or a chiropractor, can have the same results, and often does. Because I was so confident after a while. I was like, you know what? Once, I was running these free trials sometimes. I was like, after 48 hours, we'll get on the phone call again and see how you like the results. If you like the results, you'll commit to to my service. Okay, so you see here, 418 at 418, how many leads? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they freaked out. They didn't know what to do. They're like, stop it, or pause it, or slow it down. This is too much. We can't call that many people. And the beauty of it is you just control it with the daily budget. Like, okay, we don't need to be spending 10 or 20 bucks a day. We can do $5 a day, because after a few days, the algorithm stabilizes things, and 3, 4 days in, you kind of see if it's working or not, or how good it's working, and you can kind of adjust with the budget, the daily flow of the leads. Okay, hope it makes sense. So, how to land your first client within a week? You pick a niche you're interested in or you're passionate for. Maybe it's a gym, maybe it's a dentist, maybe it's a tattoo shop. You love tattoos, maybe you have tattoos already. Maybe you ride a bike like I do. Maybe you have a particular car dealership that you know, or maybe you like BMWs and want to go and help BMW dealerships. What's great about these, you don't have to be scared. A lot of these dealerships, for example, even though it's a big brand, they're not directly under a franchise. So let's say with my Harley dealerships, the ads still have to pass, like go through corporate to be approved, but the dealership is still the one that makes the decision if they want my service. Okay, it's just the branding, for branding purposes and consistency, they need to do that. But the dealerships compete with each other, mom and pop shops or whatever. They're still on their own, and that works for you because you can have as I say, you stick with a niche, and then even if the next client is nearby, or like other states or nearby town, and they're not competing. Or even I had another niche with home care agencies in New York. Uh, Many of them run ads on one radio station or one TV station. So I became good at serving them, and they would ask like, "Well, isn't this a conflict of interest if we go with you and you're already serving others?" I'm like, "Well, is it a conflict of interest if you have 5 BMWs in one dealership, or like even a better example, hey, well, you guys, I've seen you run the same ads as your competitor on the same channel. So it's the same way. So as I said, you're the content creator and the distributor, and you can serve one niche. As you master that niche, you'll be better and better. You'll be like the production company and the TV station, say, in one. Okay, and that's how much power you're gonna have. And because you'll have that power, you'll have flexibility, and you'll have more money, because this is the skill of the century. I kid you not. Okay? You don't need prior experience. You actually get to practice with clients' money, and we'll get to that in a second. Okay? And like, no shenanigans. You can be upfront with it when you're learning this stuff. Okay? So basically, you can offer them a free trial run where they only spend $100 to $200 using a simple funnel template. I included, said I'll give you for free at the end. Actually ended up creating it before, so you saw the whole funnel and you could model after what I did with Harley. Okay, I thought I'm gonna include it at the end. I figured I just put it into presentation. So you saw how I did it with the Harley ads and the landing pages and the thank you page, right? So this is how you can do that. So before committing, you can ask them for a video testimonial if they'll be satisfied with the results. You'll be like, hey, maybe it's a buddy, maybe it's somebody you recommended, a friend of a friend. They're like, hey, well, they'll be like, well, what's the catch? You're like, well, I just want to deliver results, and if you're happy with the results, you can become my client or not. That's your choice, but I just really want you a video testimonial that I could use further, so people believe me and see me. And that's with me, right? I got so much stuff to show you now. You don't have to doubt. This is not some bogus stuff. I didn't come like wake up today and be like, oh, maybe I should serve filmmakers and tell them how to do stuff and how to make more money. No, I'm actually doing it. Like my online real estate is flooded. I have Vimeo. You can see my video work. You can, go to a bunch of other my sites and you see my, advertising work. So same way, and I'll show you how it works for me. You got to get that video testimonial. So I'm going to show you. Sorry. So this is finishing this. So you offer that free trial, and that leads us into the secret number 2: how to land your first client within a week. And this is a post you can put out, say on your Facebook or Instagram, and say, "Hey, friends, whatever. I've been learning Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube ads, so my clients could monetize the videos I create for them by getting targeted leads. Before I start charging, I have to find a business willing to let me experiment with what I have learned. Just pay $100 for the ad spend. I won't charge anything, so you eliminate any kind of doubts. What's underneath this, right? Please message me or tag a biz owner who might be interested." Guys, it's that simple. It's so simple that this is the only thing I've included in section secret number 2: how to land your first client. I'm not the only guy who landed clients like this. There's in the marketing community, and as I said, I know a lot of people. I think about half of them landed their first clients like this without running paid ads okay? So you can customize this to your liking, and sometimes people exclude, they take out the part which you're gonna have to spend for the ad spend, but of course, if you don't mention it right away, you're still gonna have to talk about it. So, if people assume it's completely free, if you want to eliminate that assumption, at least you want to clarify. I'd like to clarify that, okay, my service will be free, and then you tell them that you just want the video testimonial in return, or they can choose and start paying you later, but don't go for like a month. So usually a week to 2 weeks of a test run will be good. Okay, so this is what you do. I told you I'll show you exactly what to do these 3 steps, so 3 secrets, call them, okay? And this is the second one. So this is how you can land your first client within weeks. So some people do it within a day or 2 days. Why? Because if you actually take action now after this webinar, or maybe you pause this now, you prep this to your liking, or write it exactly the same way, and you post it. And while it's posted, You know, spend the extra whatever minutes, finish the webinar, and you're already gonna see people tagging it. And if they already know you, check this out. If they already know you as the filmmaker, the videographer, and whatnot, whatever you do, if you already sort of branded yourself that way, they're like, oh, this is as they call also like your unique selling proposition, right? Okay, well I know a bunch of guys who make videos. Like I'm like pretending to be some random maybe friend on from your friends on Facebook or somewhere, and they're like, oh okay, well I know Mix and I know John and I know Jenny, but all of a sudden Jenny posts this. Oh, Jenny, I know she's been making videos, but I didn't know she can actually turn those videos into cash. Whoa, Jenny's awesome. Let me try that out. Well, let me recommend Jenny to Brian because he needs this. He might need it. This is powerful, guys. Socialize. It's social media, okay? Socialize, ask for help. Don't be hesitant, especially if you don't post this type of stuff often, which most likely you don't. Ask for it. Simply ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. That's it. That's the secret number 2. This is how you can land your client within a week or even days or hours. There's people who've done it within hours. Okay? Post this. Don't hesitate. And number 3, so how to scale to 15,000 a month fast. As you saw, I did it in 3 months, right? So stick with the niche. That's my mistake. I thought before it was like, oh, everybody needs videos, especially everybody needs digital marketing. I was trying to kind of left and right, tell about what I do and what I can do for them, and getting no results really for myself. Meaning like I didn't get clients, and it's just like random business here and there. I had some wedding videographer. I had that business that I already mentioned, and before that it was just like on and off when I was transitioning, right, from the way how I was doing business. Some video work here and there. Not all of them are even on my, you're not proud of them. As I say, you can be judged by your worst video. So of course, not all of my videos are up there on my reel, but if you want to check it out, you're welcome to. It's on Vimeo, and some of what I think are better videos or more, related to my advertising agency are on adformers.com. You're free to check it out. I get nothing to hide. So sticking with the niche is something my buddy Billy Jean helped me with. It was just like stick with the niche, and that's what I learned from him. You gotta have a good offer and stick with the niche. Okay, niche being the one like type of business you serve. Do not have a limited mindset. Think you need like 7 different ones. No, I chose Harley because I was passionate about Harley, but also I did not think I'm going to go with chiropractors like every other marketer goes after them. But one of the posts that I put out, similar one I showed you, they mentioned who I can help, got an attention of one chiropractor. I'm actually going to show you that in a second. So, and I delivered results for him. But let me not get off track here. So you only need 6 clients if you use the $2,500 a month charging approach, right? Only 6 clients, and you'll be at 15K a month. How nice would that be? And check it out. Once you're done producing the video, okay, and it's something actually we enjoy doing, you spend whatever weeks finishing the video. You should, prep it. Usually I take like a good week or so to prep, to write it, to schedule the shoot, to make sure I'm prepped, because then I can improvise more on the shoot, and I don't go out like unprepared. So I prepare, usually it's a week or maybe a few days, depends. Shoot it for a day, depending on the shoot. It might be 2 days, but usually a day, right? Full day, and then you gotta edit. And then you give it to client to approve usually, and then color it. So you spend a few weeks doing that, then a full day or 2 setting up all the automation and ads, and you start testing. If it's working, beautiful. You're gonna spend only literally a few hours a month maintaining it, getting the same amount each month, and then maybe after 6 months again making a new video. Isn't that amazing? This is real, guys. This is the real opportunity at your disposal right now, in this day and age. Use it, utilize it. Do not be a broke filmmaker. You don't need to do a million things and sell LUTs. Sorry, not sorry. If that's your thing, you can do that on the side. But how much? I mean, people don't really pay you 4 figures and 5 figures for a LUT, right? What is it, 19 bucks, 47 bucks for a LUT? I mean, if you have a very large following, then maybe you wouldn't even be watching this. Maybe you figured it out how to be a grand YouTuber and stuff. But this is for any regular guy or a girl, any gal is just like you and me. Like I'm nothing special. Like I don't have like craziest, most amazing videos. I'm just still returning it to it now, and I want to find actually my kind of like my signature style. Getting back to directing and producing more. But the consistent income is a relief, and you get to flex your creative muscle at producing awesome commercials, and pretty much the clients have no say in it. I mean, they get to approve it, and of course you tell them what's it gonna be, but it's all you. You don't need some agency to greenlight it, or be in an agency and wait for them to hire you. No, you the powerhouse. So what else you need to do to scale to that 15K a month? You need to create a simple case study video of your campaign or a video testimonial. Embed it on a simple landing page. I'm going to show you in a second, okay? So it's the case study video is slightly different. So video testimonial would be you with somebody either next to them or like a screen share, just like, hey, their doctor, whoever, tell us what I did for you or what my company did for you, and they tell it and say, hey, well, what would you say to anybody else who's considering working with me? Well, I'd say give it a try because John Doe is the best, and I was skeptical, but he delivered. Boom. And once you show that video to other people in that same niche, another doctor, especially the more you dial in, let's say it's a doctor, chiropractor, then you dial it into that, another chiropractor sees that, boom, he's like, whoa, I gotta talk to that guy. Why? Because he delivered to this chiropractor. He's not serving, completely a different business, so like serving financial guys, real estate guys. No, it's a guy who delivered to a doctor. I'm the same kind of doctor. I want the same kind of results. Okay? A case study video would be slightly different, where you actually maybe just go over kind of like what I'm doing with you now. It's a full-blown webinar, but you go open, you just do a screen share where you say, hey, well, here's what we did. So here's how we got 50 leads in 2 days or a week for this type of business or for this chiropractor. And you just screenshot it and do a recording, and you show them exactly how I showed you with this Harley campaign, and you show the results to that business, and you target more businesses in that niche. And that's how you do it. That's how I did it. That's how many other people do it. The easiest way, the fastest way to scale up is to share the results and get that video testimonial and make a case study video and show it to similar business owners, not to other kind of business owners. The more you dial it in, the exactly the same one or as similar as possible. If it's a car dealership, go after more car dealerships. If it's a dentist, go after more dentists. Does that make sense? So stick to a niche. That's the fastest way, because also, once you have a good ad and a campaign, once you tweak those things, and once all that sequence is working, it's gonna be way less time and more freedom for you to do whatever you want, whatever kind of projects you want, because you're gonna be getting consistent income, and you can put that 1,000, 5,000, whatever they're paying you, just put it into savings, put it into producing your own work that you want. Man, you can make a feature soon, make a genre feature, whatever that passion project is. This is powerful, guys. Stick to a niche. That needed to be drilled in my head. That's why I'm drilling it into your head now, because that's the fastest and easiest way to scale up. Every time you go after a completely different, and it's okay to change niches if you're not passionate for one, or somehow you tried 3 different ones, it can't deliver, and you end up delivering to another one. Well, then maybe switch the niches, but that's why I don't also want to tell you go after one particular one. You should go after one that either you have experience in, like maybe your parents are dentists, or maybe As see, I like Harleys, so I go after Harleys, or maybe there's something else like advantage. Like I also speak Russian and German. So like, I mean, German's not relevant here. So Russian, I go to Russian business owners in Brooklyn who have that home care agencies, and it's kind of like talking on a different level, right? Because I'm right away like in a way like in a circle of trust. So that's like my competitive advantage, an extra advantage. And so use that angle, whatever that might be, with that niche. And then what you do once you have that case study, that video testimonial, run an ad to this testimonial page or send it manually after calling up an office. Like, hey, we just wanna. Is the doctor in or is the dealership owner in? No, yeah, well, he's busy, whatever. Oh, can I just get an email? What's his name? Oh, Ron. Okay. What's Ron's email? We would love to share a short case study video what we did for another dealership and how we sold a lot more bikes or cars and made a very profitable Facebook ad campaign. We just want to share it with you. Is that cool? Sure. Here's the email. Okay. And that's what I did. I actually had success with that one chiropractor who came from a post that I showed you. That kind of post. I delivered results, recorded a video. I was going to show you here, but actually, yeah, I have it later coming up. I recorded a video with him. Then that video got me another client, a paying client. And I recorded a video with him, a simple screenshot. I'm not going to show you all three. You can find them on my sites. They're on AdFormer's testimonial site. Show you just one, my best performing one. And after that second one, which I also put into an ad, also just targeting only chiropractors. Only chiropractors. It's so easy. You open Facebook, you like go ad manager, and you target US and US and Canada. Job title, chiropractors. Well, you tested, split tested, as we call it, with see if that's not getting as many results as you'd like, even though there's about 60,000 chiropractors. You target like, figure out, where did they all study? Or what are they members of? Oh, American Chiropractic Association. Target everybody who likes American Chiropractic Association. Okay? And that's how I did it. Boom, 1, 2, 3. That's how those screenshots that you saw in 3 months, how I went from 0 to 15K a month. That's how I did it. I was still working on the Harley dealership, the first two. The home care agency, 1, 2, yeah, I had. But and then the doctors. So and that's how it picked up. Okay, so stick to a niche or at least a couple. Don't go after 5 different businesses. You're just gonna dilute your focus and your service. The more you stick to one, the better you'll become. And share any small wins on your social media, which is like power positioning at its finest. You don't even need a call to action. They'll be contacting you. They're like, hey, remember this video that I produced for the BMW dealership near me? We just got our BMW local dealership. We sold 10 new cars in 3 days, all from people who saw this ad on social media. We ran a paid ad. Basically, in short, you explain, here's what we did. Boom, results. And people will write to you like, hey, can you do that for me? So here's actually my third chiropractic client video testimonial that I also used in an ad. That actually led me to a big franchise that he was a part of. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to, I'm here in full view mode. Okay. Let me just get out of full view. Actually, I can't. You know what? So here's what you're gonna do. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out because this is a webinar and yeah, I'm not sharing the full screen. You can go to adformers.com and under case studies, scroll down. There's quite a few videos and you will see Dr. Zolper's testimony. It's gonna say 28K on a $500 ad spend. And that's how I positioned it in a paid ad on Facebook as well. And it got me a lot more business. That one ad made me about that one ad, yeah, in particular, over the course of a year, that one video alone made me about, was it like 70 or 80K? Okay, that's how many chiropractic clients I got from it. And not just it was crazy amount of chiropractic clients, doctors. It was of course because they stayed on with me. So I got some more, got 2, 4, 6 more, and boom, like they're paying you monthly. And then with them, which you can do, and I'm not saying chiropractic is actually a very competitive niche, so I'm not saying to go after it. I didn't even think I was gonna go after it. It's just kind of that's how things fell together. But like somebody like for them, you can utilize that licensing approach. Okay, so you take that video and like instead of going to Baraboo, Wisconsin, and Canada, I had a client in Canada or two, and somebody in California, and somebody in Chicago. And you just sort of license and absorb and put that into the monthly fee. Make sense? If you want to ask any questions, we can talk about it later or hit me up. So Dr. Zolpo's testimonial, sorry I didn't get to show you here. Well, maybe it's for the better. The webinar will be shorter. I want to move forward. Is adformers.com and under case studies. Okay? So make small adjustments to the winning campaign to fit your new client in a different location. And what's great is they're not competing with each other. It actually helps you. It helps you because you're like, hey, well, this you saw that testimonial, you saw that case study with who I did with Dr. Z, right? Right. So, well, that's how we did it. I'm going to use the same campaign for you. Great, because you want the same results, similar results. Yes, I do. Awesome. Pay me. Okay? So once you have a successful campaign, run with it. Run with it. If you're like me, you get distracted. I've been working on not having the shiny object syndrome, getting better. I have this daily journal. But man, some days I just like I float off for like 2-3 days. Like yeah, I want to produce this video. I'm like I have a new story that I'm developing, completely. And the beauty, luckily now, is that I'm still getting paid. I can take 2-4 days off riding my bike or writing a story or shooting something, and I'm still getting paid. And you can too. But stick to a niche, guys. Stick to a niche. That's the fastest way to success with this approach. How to help businesses monetize the videos that you create. Stick to a niche. Have a successful campaign, and again, run with it. Okay? Every time you switch a niche, you're starting over pretty much because you're gonna have to dial things in again. Keep that in mind. So, with that said, if you would like to learn how to create these winning ad campaigns that will monetize videos for your own and your client's business, then you need to get into video, you need to get views into clients' video course. That's what I'd like to offer. If you already know how to do this, great. All the power to you. Then you combine these skills as I showed you, your video production skills and creating ads and ad management. Combine that and go into the market now. Like there's no reason to wait. But if you don't have that skill set and if you need that to acquire that skill set, then stick to the end now. And I'm going to show you and tell you, the what part. And I'm going to show you how exactly you can utilize all the things that are in my course, so you can serve your clients and serve yourself to get more business. So views into clients video course. What is it and what will you learn? In week 1, we're gonna master your niche and offer. The 2 things that I lacked before, as I said, things picked up and I was all over and switching, from selling digital info products and then trying to, before I got that big client, that was kind of when I started figuring things out. And even after that, I was like all over the place. I still couldn't, after I had a mentor who told me to stick to a niche and had me understand how important a good offer is, meaning the offer that's in the client's campaigns and also your own offer. So like you want to create magnetic offers. You want to be magnetic to the potential client. Week 2 will be mastering the consultation. So you can close people that you've never met in life. Like most people that are my clients, they saw one video online, they book a consultation, I close a complete stranger on the phone, they pay with a credit card. Week 3, 3 fast ways to get clients organically, okay, meaning without paid ads. Week 4, into views into clients video course, we'll be dealing with setting up your appointment generating machine. It's completely automated. Once you set it up, you just see, okay, Janine booked an appointment with you for Wednesday at noon. Everybody gets reminders. Beautiful, beautiful thing. You don't need to go back and forth like, oh, when are you available? None of that stuff. Week 5, like we're automating as much as we can. Creating successful Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube campaigns. So here we're going to work, of course, on helping you acquire that skill set that gives you that competitive advantage in the marketplace. Like anyone dealing with video production, and if you're a solopreneur or if you have partners, once you have this skill set, you'll be able to do what I showed you and much more. In week 6, we're going to deal more with scaling to high 6 figures. So you can have a good, predictable income and support yourself, support your family, whoever depends on you is looking up to you. So you have that freedom. Like as for me, it's the freedom to travel and freedom to work on whatever projects I want. We're going to work on that. So a little bit more in depth here. So week 1, mastering your niche and offer. So it's basically how to pick the most profitable market for your services and the most profitable segment of that market, okay? We're going to really, go in deep and figure out who you should be serving and why. Then we're going to also learn how to package, price, and position your services so that you can get the best price and sell to your clients with ease. All right? Also in week 1, you'll learn how to get paid at least a minimum $1,000 a month by packing together your video production skills with ad campaign management. And there's different ways, as we already went through. You can, once we finish, you can go maybe and write on a piece of paper how you want to approach this, but it's going to take some practice, and once you get a few clients, you'll see what works best for you or for your niche. Okay, minimum $1,500 to $2,500 a month, easy, very doable. Combine those skills with the new skills that you need to now acquire. Most people still get it wrong. This is the foundation of your business, and it is fatal if you don't get it right. You need to learn these things. If you skip this over and if you don't take this seriously, well, you'll be spending as much time as I did to figure this out. I wish I had a mentor sooner. I had a couple, and that made all the difference. And I thank them for what I learned, for what they taught me. So we'll get this dialed in within the first seven days, okay? Mastering your niche and offer. Week 2, we'll be mastering the consultation. It will be how to conduct the perfect consultation so that you can convert strangers into clients on the call. At least, 25% of them right away. Guys, here's what's important. I've never done sales before. I haven't been in a business like sales. I've raised money for my film, but it's all like I've just learned along the ways, like to be myself, be confident. When you're really passionate about what you do, it kind of comes along. But if sales scare you, let me tell you, it I did not want to get on the call with anyone. But here's the good part: those strangers are already requesting to talk to you. So be it like, call it a free consultation or a strategy session, they come to you. That's the beauty of it. You already have the upper hand. They want to talk to you. So it's not like cold calling and asking somebody, oh, here's John, I'm like, beep, beep. I'm like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I make videos and I monitor. Boop, boop, boop. No. They come to you, okay? So I'm going to show you and teach you how to conduct the perfect consultation. And I've done many of these consultations. I've truly perfected this and refined it to a methodology and script So you'll get my actual script and full training on how to do the calls. Once again, fear not. It's easy. It's way different. Imagine talking to somebody who wants to talk to you and can't wait to talk to you. They even get reminders like, oh, your call is coming up. Like, oh, I can't wait because I signed up, because I know they have the answer to my problem. They can solve it. You just want to get on the call and make sure you're a good fit. Like, I had all kinds of objections in my head. I was like, oh, I'm not born in this country. I have an accent. I'm an immigrant. How am I going to have an American doctor who's studied here and is raised in, small town America or lives in New York? Who's going to pay me? A guy who talks with an accent? Isn't that going to sound sketchy? No. Video, again, sells, okay? Facts sell, stories sell. These video testimonials are stories, by themselves, and these case studies. And with this approach, it's way different talking to people on the phone. You will actually enjoy it because they want to talk to you. It's almost like your mom. Well, my mom calls like, oh, mom wants to talk to you. Like, I have a kid now, and soon enough she'll be like that. Like, Dad, but I want to call my baby. I'm like, how she's doing? Did you eat today? What did you eat? So that's kind of like it is. So I'll teach you how to accept credit cards online and via the phone. Easy. But it took me also figuring out. Now that all the tools it's just so much easier than a few years ago even. Like, and invoices are sleek, and at first I was using PayPal. No, not anymore. So if you mess this part up, you will generate appointments but get no clients and literally have leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table. So I train you to be at the top of your game and close at least 25% within 14 days of starting. Week 3, 3 fast ways to get clients organically. Show you 3 proven methods for getting high-paying clients as quickly as possible without spending a dime on ads. And once you get your first few clients within the first 30 days of starting this training program, before touching Facebook ads, and this is how you do that. And you'll see the 3 methods, which will be direct mail even. As I said, I combined direct mail. I also delivered some stuff in person, locally, like to those Harley dealerships. I'll give you a proven template. Method 2 will be direct outreach email, also a template that works. It's all done for you. You just have to kind of customize it slightly to yourself and boom, and send it out. And number 3 is organic Facebook posts. We kind of already scratched the surface of it. Actually, I gave you one that you should already use. And most people take 6 months to a year before they land their first paying client. I'll get you rocking within your first 21 days of starting this program and without spending a dime on paid ads. Now, week 4, setting up your appointment generating machine, okay? Full step-by-step training on how to set up an automated appointment generating machine so that it works like mine. And you'll probably, if you haven't seen mine yet, you'll probably see it later. It's on schedule.adformers.com with no W's, just schedule.adformers.com. Well, one of them at least. I have a couple different ones. Templates of all the landing pages. In week 4, access to all the software required to set this up, okay? So you're not going to have to now sit and think, oh my god, there's so many softwares out there, what do I need to use? I'll give you the basics, I'll give you the more advanced stuff, whatever I'll explain. It'll just be like, okay, use this. If you want that, use that. Nothing complicated. I want to simplify things as much as possible for you, so you just can get dialed in. In this training program, I hand you it all over basically on a silver platter, and we get you up and running within the first 28 days. Week 5, of course, is mastering that competitive advantage by creating successful Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube campaigns. Once you've got your appointment generating machine live, it's time to start driving some traffic to it and really scaling your business, okay? To it, not through it. Well, in a way, through it too, as we call an ad funnel. People go through it. So, your own ad campaigns versus your client campaigns. We're going to go deeper into that. Also, full step-by-step training on how to set up wildly profitable and successful Facebook campaigns that get appointments for $50 and new clients for $250 that pay you $1,500 to $2,500 a month. Okay, that's those based on the example. So this is how it went for me. Once I had that first Cairo video, which I'll give you those addresses if you want. You can make a note now. I didn't want to put too much out there, just confuse you. I gave you already one with Dr. Zolper, but the first one was Cairo. We still have it up on, I believe, Cairo.adformers.com. That was the first testimonial I got. Normally with that one, once I put it into an ad, so this is what happens. Like you let the campaign run, you invest, like you can start a little $5 a day. Sometimes you get results right away, sometimes not, but you got to be willing to spend some money at this point. So I'll teach you how to approach it. But so what I was doing, let's say I would spend several $100 and the appointments, the leads. It wasn't just leads who go to watch like a video. There was people who watched the video testimonial. They just applied to talk to me about becoming my client and make sure if we're a good fit. And each of those people who applied, basically out of the ad spend, would be about $50 per call. Okay, does that make sense? So like, it's not just a lead really here; it's an actual lead that wants to talk to me, who scheduled the call. So those were at each of those say doctors in that example, in my particular case, were at $50, right? And this doesn't fluctuate too much. This is actually, I don't want to say it's how it's going to be for you, but in many of my buddies also in marketing, it's depending on the niche, how good your ad is, what your testimonial is like. But this is pretty common. It's actually common also have $100 calls, 200. But for me, it was like, okay, $50 per call. Some of those, so kind of, then let's say if I close even 1 out of 5 for this example, I was closing 1 out of 4 at that time already, and then even better. But I just wanted to simplify it here for you. So let's say even more pessimistic, So 1 out of 5 I close. So that means if 5 calls, I close 1. That's $250 basically. You might be like, oh, $250 for a client, but come on, think about this. Each 20, you spend $250. You basically hand over $250 to Facebook, and they're giving you $2,500 a month back. Isn't that amazing? That's 10 times ROI for your own ad spend. All in. Proven templates for ads, instructions on how to set up your targeting, pitfalls to watch out for, and training on how to manage everything weekly. It will be as simple as possible. I've taken quite a few programs about Facebook ads and everything, but hey, you're my dear filmmakers. I'm going to try to have you dialed in and understand everything. Like, I've learned from world's best Facebook marketers, and in this module, I will boil down everything I have learned and hand it to you on like a silver platter. Most people try Facebook on their own and spend 6 months, and I've had this with clients too, and thousands of dollars trying to get it right before giving up with a pile of debt and frustration. But we're going to get it dialed in within 5 weeks of working together. Okay? For real. And then week 6, scaling to high 6 figures. In week 6, we're gonna already have you set up and making money. So now is gonna be time to scale things up and take it to the next level, which will include sticking to a niche. Well, there's other things involved. So I'll share some legals that you need to run your business. And most of the time, I didn't even have contracts. And simple email proposal templates. People will be like, oh, because you got to evaluate sometimes, like, is it really, what's the worst case scenario? Somebody's not going to pay, or you're not going to deliver, and what happens then? Does somebody really want to go to a small claim court and waste more money fighting than what you're going to get out of it? So most of the time, I even used and still use an email template that breaks down the agreement points that we already discussed on the phone. If they didn't pay on the phone, sometimes I'm like, okay, so how much time do you need to come up with the money or to talk to your spouse that unfortunately wasn't on there? You gotta usually try to get all this decision makers on the phone. Just like, okay, so I'll give you that little special discount until for the next 48 hours. Boom, and you send an email template with bullet points that you discussed, because people forget and they need to share it with somebody, a business partner or a spouse, and you'll have that. You'll see mine, and you can use it. how to position yourself as an expert in your niche and command higher prices. A lot of this stuff has to deal with mindset. Okay, I'm going to help you break through it. I'll give you 3 proven referral systems to get every client you win to refer you at least 3 new ones. And you know what's the best part of this? This is free money. Like, you don't actually run ads, you just ask. You ask people, and how you ask, because referrals they're the easiest to close. A lot of clients who you'll be dealing with, let's say you serve a niche, let's say with my doctors, be like, oh, why do you need my help? Well, because, word of mouth has been our, basically blood of our business, but there's only, it dries up, or there's only a certain level that, how many referrals you can get. And they've been relying on that. But with you, I'm not going to have you on, we're not trying to build a business to rely on referrals, but we can get referrals, and those are the easiest to close. Those conversations, like it's just that people are already sold, because if you talk to somebody, your friend or a buddy who is in the same industry or had results that you want to get, and you actually know that person, and you trust them, and he's like, oh, you got to talk to Mix, because last month we made 12K, and we paid him 10 times that. I mean 10 times less, whatever, right? So you get the idea. And also teach you how to hire other people to do your strategy session calls, so that you can turn up the volume and get to high 6 figures. But at first, I really suggest, and we're gonna go and teach you how to do them themselves. A lot of people try to, I tried also getting others to start running those calls, but nobody knows your business better than you, and you don't have to be a super sales person. As I said, you'll have the script, and you'll know how to do this. It's not hard, but you can later hire people who'll do it for you. But you're the one who's most passionate about your filmmaking, you know all the ins and outs, and then with your new skill set, you'll be able to sell them on that and why they need you. Would you rather have somebody else do that for you? Some of you might think, yeah, oh yeah, I don't want to go. Listen, we'll dial it in. Once you understand fully and see how effortlessly you can close strangers on a phone call and pay you 4 figures on their credit card, you're gonna be like, you know what? I prefer doing it myself, because I don't want somebody else mess it up for me and have lower kind of conversion scores. Also, what you're gonna get is access to a private, happy filmmaker Facebook community of like-minded filmmakers pursuing the same goals and doing this all over the world. You'll have lifetime access to it, I promise you. Okay? You'll have the ability to team up with each other, sort of as an accountability partner. I've done it with several people. It's really helpful. I'm part of a couple of communities like this, and it still means the world to me to go out to those events, even to live events, after you've been chatting for half a year or a year online, and then seeing. But even if you don't see them in person, I mean, you can get on calls, you can support each other, and it's amazing to have a community. I've never had something like that before, up until like, I'd say, a year and a half, 2 years ago. Now it's been amazing to have that kind of network, that kind of reach, and people can refer business to each other, because once you stick to niches, like, oh, well, Mix, don't you work with Harley? Like, I have this Harley dealership, like, here, have this business. Okay? So being a part of a community is big. And real life examples of how all of this is done, so that you can model off of what is currently working, instead of starting from scratch and learning from trial and error. Once again, community. Being a community and part of a community is powerful. And here's a summary of everything you'll get. Well, you still obviously get some of my cough that I can't stop apologizing for. But you'll get the Views into Clients 6-week implementation program, which will sell later for $3,000. This is not one of those like, oh, it sells somewhere, and you're like, you don't know where it sells actually for $3,000. It doesn't sell right now, but it will. But before that, you have a chance to get it for less. So you're not going to have to pay $3,000. You're going to have the access to mastermind, to the community of others doing this, okay? Lifetime access to the group, as promised. So you're not going to have to pay $3,000. You can gain online access for an early bird price of for only $15.95, one-time payment or 4 payments of $4.99 a month. Okay, and that's that. First paying client, then you already, it will cover your investment, and everything else from that is profit. You know what? And on top of that, I'll offer a money back guarantee. So if you do this program, you will get a high value client worth at least $1,500 a month within 42 days. Okay? Like that's barely over a month. So I have a ballsy promise. If you do this program, take the action, and do not get a high value client worth at least $1,500 a month within 42 days, then I will give you a full immediate refund. If you've taken the action, I will give you, and gotten no results, I'll give you a full immediate refund, let you keep the course materials, and cut you a check for $100 as my way for apologizing for wasting your time. If that should be the case, which I doubt. But hey, I stand behind this program, and that's why I'm not afraid to make this ballsy promise. The only way you can possibly lose is by not trying this out. And think about it this way. If all this did was give you the financial and creative freedom you need and eliminate guesswork of where the next paycheck or your next project will come from, would it be worth it? If all it did was just that, give you the financial creative freedom you need, and eliminate the guesswork where the next check will come from, would it be worth it? If the answer is yes, then you should join a community on the same path as you and become a happy filmmaker and make 6 figures to have the time and resources to create your own passion projects. And with that said, my dear filmmakers, I love you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. And all you need to do is click the button below to schedule a call with me to make sure my program is right for you. If you see a button and by now it's fully automated and you can purchase it, and it's probably at a higher price, well then that's that. But you're most likely watching this at the early bird rate available, and so you have an additional opportunities to get on a call with me, 30-45 minute call, filmmaker to filmmaker, and make sure really that it's a great fit for you. You already know the cost, the payment options available, but I want to make sure that this really is perfect for you. Even if you're an animator, I had an animator write for me the other day. Is this for me? I'm like, well, you can make animator videos for a business and they're dope. Yes, you can. So I'm looking forward to talk to you soon. Just click the button below to schedule a call with me, and we'll get you started. Thank you for watching. Rock on. Bye.